What's up, everybody? It is, what is it? March 5th, 2024. On the road doing a bit of traveling, but it's Tuesday, so I've got to do the video, and I've got a couple topics saved in my phone that are really cool, really um, topical, because these are real things that are on people's minds. I took a screenshot of, and so we'll dive into one right now. And so this video is basically derived from somebody who posted in the Linchpin Squads feature on the BTWB app, and I'll read her post right now. It's from Catherine D. It says, "Hey Linchpin, I've been struggling to get chest to bar pull-ups for years." She's done some sort of a pull-up cycle trying to build strength. My pull-ups are strong, but for some reason I can't get those extra couple of inches, the ones that you need for the chest to bar pull-ups. So, two-part question. Are there any great drills that I might be missing that could have helped? And for a workout like today that's higher in volume, am I better off scaling to regular pull-ups and keeping the time domain, or reduce the volume and go banded chest to bar pull-ups? So the workout that she's talking about was yesterday's workout, which was 50, 40, 30 of a wall ball shot. And then after each set of wall ball shots, you do half that number of reps of pull-ups. So it's 50 wall balls, 25 chest to bar pull-ups, 40 wall balls, 20 chest to bar pull-ups, 30 wall balls, 15 chest to bar pull-ups. So what's that come out to? 60 total. So that was her question. How do I get better at chest to bar pull-ups? And then number two, in today's workout, what should I do? Should I just do kipping chin over bar to keep the time domain? Should I do a different volume of pull-ups but with chest to bar? So we got you covered, Catherine. We got you covered. Here we go. And hopefully this is just good info for everybody. So it sounds like Catherine has pull-ups, but if you're trying to get your first pull-up, that's where you are. There's a really cool pull-up program that's part of all the Varied Not Random cycles that Boz and I offer. Just go to variednotrandom.com and check out your first strict pull-up program. It's awesome, but that doesn't sound like that's where she is. So in my humble opinion, everybody needs two things. Everybody following Linchpin, everybody anywhere that's into fitness, you need two things, and everybody needs more of these two things. You need more strict pull-ups. I don't care how many you got. You need more. It's like a bigger back squat or a faster run. You need more strict pull-ups. And then second of all, you need to be able to have a higher pull on the pull-up, not just getting your chin over the bar. Okay, so more strict pull-ups and a higher pull. If we can get those two things, I bet it's going to help out Catherine. It's going to help out a ton of other people all around the world. So getting back to her question, could you have used bands on a workout like yesterday's with all the chest to bar? You most certainly could have. And all I would say, and this goes for any time you're going to use a band, my general guidance for using, did I say that I'm traveling? I think I did. Yeah, obviously I'm not at home. I'm traveling, if that wasn't obvious. When using a band, use a band that gives you less help than you want. Because think about, why are you doing pull-ups in the first place? It's not just to look cool in the leaderboard or on Instagram. It's because of what a useful upper body, muscle building, strength building, capacity building movement that is. They call the pull-up, the strict pull-up, the squat of the upper body. I mean, it's foundational. And so you want to choose a band that makes the pull-up difficult in a way that replicates what was going on in the workout. So like in yesterday, we had a workout that had a bunch of strict chest to bar pull-ups. That's a more difficult pull-up than a chin over bar. So you want to give yourself the ability to modify it in a way, if needed, that allows you to replicate that stimulus and makes it a difficult upper body pull. So most people aren't going to do those sets of 25, 20, and 15, especially as the work goes on with fatigue, sets of chest to bar pull-ups unbroken. They're probably going to break that set of 25 up into at least 3 sets. I bet plenty of people did 5 sets of 5 to get to 25 pull-ups, and that was plenty hard. And I'm sure there are people watching this that are like, man, I would have loved to have done it in 5 sets of 5. I broke it up even more. So my point is, if you're like, you know what, not there yet, I'm going to grab a band. And then you grab a band that gives you so much help that you do 25 unbroken chest to bar pull-ups, you did not do yourself any favors in improving your strength and conditioning. The band did all the work. You didn't do enough work. Or if you got it in a set of 20 and a set of 5. No. So I would choose a band that you have to break that initial set of 25 at a minimum into 3 difficult sets. And you have to take some breaks between those 3 sets to actually get them. But the band should give you less help than you want. That's my general band guidance, no matter what. Don't have it slingshot you into orbit. And so now let's see. I wrote down a little note here. Okay, so let's say that yesterday we have kipping chest to bar pull-ups in the workout. We take Catherine's question. She's trying to build her pulling capacity. What would be a good thing to do? Well, if my initial point was everybody could use more strict pull-ups and a higher pull, and those two things, incredible strict pull-up capacity and the ability to pull really high in the bar, if you have the knowledge of how to kip as well, the technique, you're probably going to find success with the kipping chest to bar pull-up. So what I might have Catherine do is choose a band and do a mixture of pull-ups in the workout yesterday. And this isn't the only way to do it. She could do the first, let's say, 15 of that set of 25 as strict chest to bar pull-ups with a band, strict chest to bar with a band. And maybe to get to that set of 15, it's going to be 3 sets of 5 because there's 3 difficult sets of 5, even though she has a band. And then for the final set of 10, because she's doing 25 total, 15 were strict chest to bar. And then with that band, do that last set of 10 kipping with the band or kipping without the band, chest to bar, either one. But then you've built some strict pull-up capacity in the workout, and you've got the technique of the kipping as well. And you could play that game on the following 2 sets as well. Do at least half or 2/3 of the pull-ups as strict chest to bar, and then the other half or 1/3 as kipping chest to bar with the band, and same with that final set as well. And then you can build both during the workout. You're improving strength and conditioning, and you're also getting that metabolic hit that comes from doing pull-ups in a kipping fashion as well, and you'll be totally good to go. There's a great thing that I heard from Dave Durante from Power Monkey, an Olympian, so I think he knows about moving his body weight. And I can't remember, he had a name for the pull-ups, I want to say, but he basically said, look, if you're doing chin over bar pull-ups, and I think he was talking about strict, that chin over bar is just an arbitrary measurement. As long as you get your chin over the bar, you know that you at least did the same range of motion each time. That might work well if you're just trying to make sure that everyone's held to the same standard. But if you look at it through a different lens as to, well, why am I doing a pull-up in the first place, right? To become a beast of upper body pulling. Well, in his mind, he's like, why stop at the chin? Why don't you just pull as high as you can on each pull-up? And earlier in the workout, that will obviously be higher. And as the reps tick by in any set and you get fatigued, well, it'll be lower. But even if your lowest pull-up at the end is still chin over bar, again, assuming that you're doing strict here, you started to build some capacity to pull even higher when you were fresh. And you did something else, you come back at round 2, and on each pull-up, you pull as high as you can. And little by little, that gets better, and you become stronger and more powerful. Not today, not tomorrow, but week after week, month after month. So that can be a way to build not only your strict pull-ups, again, using less band than you want to set, less band than you want, like I said a second ago, but also pulling higher than you need to on each set. And doing that overall is going to lead to some really good areas. So I really liked that. Why stop at the chin, right? Now, why that might be tough for CrossFitters to do is because CrossFitters are crazy. Some of them kind of understand strength and conditioning, but then they just sometimes let the leaderboard and the clock cloud themselves, and they won't do something which is actually beneficial for their overall strength and conditioning because it might make them slower on a workout. There's probably some people hearing what I'm saying going like, yeah, pulling as high as I can on every pull-up. Wow. Yeah, that would really make me strong and really improve my pull-ups. Man, oh, but that sounds really tiring. I'd probably have to break them up a lot. And that means my time would be slower. And then I'm going to watch my little fitness level drop when I log the workout, and I won't be in the whatever percentile that I'm used to. I'll be in a lower percentile. And then I won't feel good about myself. Nah, screw it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do kipping chin over bar and hope for the best. You can't save them all. Okay, that's why there's a whole bunch of things that have to coexist. Yes, doing workouts quick is good and useful because generally speaking, that's a higher average power output. And generally speaking, high power outputs lead to increased fitness, generally speaking. but there are days to work in low intensity. There are days to work in moderate intensity. And there are days to realize that if you want to truly maximize your lifetime potential, you might have to take some slower steps for a while, spend some time in first gear and second gear and third gear so that you have capacity in fourth and fifth gear down the road. And building strength, it can take time, and it can take pauses between sets of work because you stress the system and it needs to recover a bit before you can do that next set. Same on like a 5x5 deadlift day, right? That's why there's 25 reps in a 5x5 deadlift, right? Why didn't we just say do one set of 25 deadlifts? Well, there'd be a lot less weight on the bar than if we said do 5 sets of 5 deadlift, knowing that I'm going to do a heavy set of 5. I'm going to rest like 3 minutes so I can do a heavy set of 5 again. And you know what? If I do that and I do moderate deadlift days and light deadlift days, et cetera, my deadlift increases. Well, if you always do pull-ups the same, always, well, you're probably not maximizing your ability to improve your pull-ups. But if you think about it like that deadlift example, where there are going to be some days where I bite off larger chunks of strict work, I rest as needed, I come back to a larger chunk of strict work or a higher pull or whatever it happens to be, that yes, I was slower on today's workout, but I was slower because I intentionally and deliberately did that in a way that will improve my pulling capacity long term. And now when you check back in with me a year later and I'm doing a pull-up workout, I'm going to be a rocket ship because I allowed myself to have this progression. And so that's kind of my point right there. What else did I want to say could help? Static holds are a great thing if we're especially talking like those few inches there to get the bar to your chest, hands to your chest, or a chest to bar pull-up. So if you can get your either in a pronated or supinated grip, whatever you want, pull-ups or chin-ups, and get the chest to your bar and do a static hold there for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever you can do, developing that static hold capacity is going to help the top of that pull-up as well, on top of doing everything else that I just said there, because variance is your friend. You could also do that with a band. If that static hold is a bit too challenging without a band, get a really light band that, again, you don't have a hero band. Get a band that gives you just enough help that you can do it, that you can just get your chest to the bar, and then you're so fatigued that the band isn't helping and you're doing the work up there. That's great. That's what you want to do. That can work as well. You could also do that with a ring row. Keep your body at an angle and keep the rings to your chest and do a static hold there. And you control the angle of your body. You can develop some serious strength there. And you can also lower yourself back down in a controlled negative with an appropriate amount of volume there. You can do tempo ring rows. You can do tempo pull-ups, all kinds of good stuff. You could do bent over rows with barbells, with dumbbells to help increase that upper body pulling capacity. And so there's a lot of stuff you can do. But pull-ups are fantastic. So hopefully that helps everybody. Wanted to do a quick one, even though I was on the road. And I see Daniel K in the live chat here left an emoji of a kangaroo. So hopefully that's a good sign. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk later.